Right, so I'm going to show you all the tools you're going to need and a brief description of what they are. So we have a pencil, you don't need a description of that. Tape measure, I have a craft knife with snap off blades that I snap off 2 or 3 times when doing one wall. Might use it, snap them off a lot more for a complete room. I have this smoothing blade, which is called a caulking tool, but Wallpapers have adapted it for smoothing and cutting wallpaper. I use it to cut into my ceiling and floor lines. I do also have a straight edge, a metal straight edge, if I need to overlap paper and cut through it, or if I have longer, more precise areas to cut. This caulking tool will be more than enough for you. I have a wallpapering brush that I also use to smooth down our wallpaper when it's a little bit more sensitive, when you can't use this smoothing tool, and to go around corners, something again I'll show you. You can push this around a corner without damaging the paper. So 2 pairs of scissors, one would be fine for you, I'm sure, but I have 1 pair to cut the wallpaper and a smaller pair to cut the paper while it's on the wall if I'm going around sockets or switches into corners. I have a seam roller which has a silicone hard rubber head instead of wood. That will stop you damaging the paper again. You can use wooden ones, they're fine. I've got this hard rubber one. Screwdriver for loosening sockets and switches. A spirit level for getting our plumb line when we first start, getting our vertical straight line when we start. I've also got, which you don't need, if you had one that would be great, I have a spirit level, which I think we can show on the wall, gives me a perfectly vertical and horizontal line. If needed, I'll use this as I have it. Then last but not least, importantly, water, clean water, a cloth or 2 in a bucket of clean water, and this is last and again not least, our paste. So I have a scuttle, which is this square bucket, a 9-inch roller, which is just used for paint. Normally I use it for papering on this occasion. I've got a brush, we need it to put paste on any dry edges. We need it to paste some, if we have any small pieces of paper that we're putting up into corners around reveals of windowsills, then the 9-inch roller is a little bit too much, so you just use a brush to apply the paste. But use a roller when you can. It applies the paste much quicker, it applies it more evenly, and you'll find once you've got used to it, you won't ever go back to a brush to apply the paste. So that's everything we need.